Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Phoenix Spring Tower here. So it's been a while since I've consistently uploaded to my channel. While I've been away over the past 3 to 4 months, I've been going through sort of like a spiritual activation and elevation process and receiving downloads and so on. So if you've been through that process, you know what I mean, hence me laying low. But know that I'm back and I'll be uploading more consistently, and there'll also be a few interesting changes over the next couple of months. So let's get right into it. So in this reading, this will be a reading for the month of May and what we could expect to the month of May. We have a different format. It's going to be pick a card reading. Right, so meditating on the energies for May or not just May, but whenever you feel drawn to view this reading. All right, meditating beforehand. The messages that have been coming through hard and fast is, of course, we're in the middle of eclipse season, so we could expect cycles coming to an end, but coming to an end in a big way. In some instances, we are seeing 3-year, 5-year, and 10-year sort of spiritual life lesson cycles coming to an end. So I suspect in one of these piles, we will be getting some more of those messages. Mind you, I have the piles, but I will also be shuffling throughout the reading as well. Also know that this is a season of expansion, with the Jupiter moving into the cardinal fire sign of Aries from the watery 12th house of Pisces. So this further amplifies what I've been talking about things and cycles coming into an end in a big way and sort of building momentum and courage to change those dreams into reality, to take control of our own lives the way we want to take control of it. We've been seeing it already, with the great resignation that people talk about, and that's been all over the news. But an individual spiritual elevation basis will be, what I'm picking up is that those tuning into this reading will also be experiencing that and expect to see it in their day-to-day life as well. What I'm also picked up on for people viewing this reading is building the courage of changing dreams into reality, or being forced to confront a blind spot of fears and realizing that confronting and challenging yourself to face these fears presents a real opportunity to have that courage and momentum to step into the unknown. It's almost as if the unknown and the prospect of what the unknown could be is greater than the fear or the loss of the reality you currently have or the situation you currently have. Hopefully, as we get into this reading, that would make sense. So it's all about viewing yourself in a new way, from a new perspective in the upcoming months, especially as the collective stabilizes after Rona, as I said before. Really quickly going, before we step into this pick a card as well, we also have Mercury going into retrograde from the 10th of this month until the beginning of June. And of course, to start off with, Mercury is going retrograde into Gemini, a fellow air sign, so it's not going to be too impactful. But expect towards the end of May, as we move into the June, as Mercury goes retrograde into the earth sign of Taurus, we could just expect some conflict and some roadblocks with these ideas and ends of cycles. But know that there's nothing that can't be overcome. And in fact, it may even give more power for the cause if you allow personal feelings to be put to one side, if you get out of your own way, and if you focus on the end goal. All right, so enough of me blabbering about meditations and tuning into the energies. So let's look into the piles selection. So we have 3 piles here for you guys to choose from. You could choose more than one pile. Go with your intuition. And also remember, this is a general reading, so not every message that's delivered will be for you. All right. So we have pile number 1 over here, pile number 2 over here, and pile number 3 over here. Take your time, pause if you need to pause. Remember, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Should you wish for a private reading, You can book via the website or shoot me an email. My email address can be found in the About section of this channel. And that's it for now. Let's get started with pile number 1. Okay guys, so those who chose pile number 1, let's get into your reading as to what to expect for May, what to be on the lookout for, what are the main messages from your guides for the month of May. So let's see what we have. Perfect, I like this. So we have opportunity coming through. We have signs. Perfect. Instincts are the message from the inner divine. And we also have adventure. Look at this little one walking into the rainbow. All right. So let's see what we're picking up here. What I'm being told is that with this group, pile number 1, you guys have... I like what I'm picking up. Again, getting so many messages, but I feel that there is this movement that's coming in from within you, this sign that you guys in your heart of hearts, with the really depths of your soul, you're looking at your situation, you're looking at your reality and thinking to yourself, I want better, I deserve better than this. It's sort of that sort of belief that's the size of a mustard seed is what I'm being told. It's been really, really small, but believe it or not, like the universe has heard you, and slowly but surely things have been put into place in order to bring this about. Whether you guys are consciously aware of it or not. So either the way you guys move, the way you guys meditate, the intentions you guys have been putting out, there, because a lot of the changes and a lot of the opportunities that are coming into you are opportunities that were really started from your manifestations, due to your hard work, due to your sacrifice, due to really taking a stand and having that courage to know what you deserve and know what it is that you want and what you are after. I'm picking up as well that for some of you, it's a matter of learning from past experiences and healing from past when you go through healing from life lessons, that's the phrase. From some of you, it's also healing from life lessons and having those realizations. And once you have those realizations, you guys are able to course correct in terms of what it is that you're after, what it is that you want. And because what it is that you're after and what it is that you want is in alignment with your divine purpose, now you're beginning to see the opportunities coming in and coming through for you. I'm being told for some of you, those opportunities have come through already. For others of you, they're not there yet. Some of you are on the way or on the road to receiving those opportunities, because you have the courage now through listening to your inner self. You now have the courage to go out there and create or get these opportunities yourself. So I'm seeing 2 camps here. For some of you, the opportunities are already on their way, and for a lot of you, they'll be coming in this month. For some of you, I'm seeing a new job really leveling up in work opportunities. For some of you, I'm seeing opportunities really taking off, like something going viral or something taking off in a big way. Like something being launched, and when it's launched, it really takes off and gets the traction that you guys expect, and opportunities from that traction will come in that you may not have even foreseen. That's another thing I'm picking up. Some of you are in that camp. Others of you are in the camp where you're beginning to step into the unknown. So remember in my introduction, if you watched it, I talked about people feeling the fear and doing it anyway, because you know that stepping into the unknown and stepping into and feeling that uncertainty, you know deep down that that is going to be better than the situation that you're currently in. So having said that, I'm picking up stagnancy for some of you guys as well, and how this month to break out of that stagnancy. And what I'm being told as well is either you guys in pile 1 is either you choose to feel the fear and do it anyway, or the universe is going to push you. Okay, so that's a strong message that's coming up for some of you. Feel the fear, do it anyway. You know what you need to do. It's either you choose to do it, or the universe is going to create a circumstance and a situation this month at the beginning of June probably that retrograde season that I spoke about in the introduction that's going to push you into that. And many times I always prefer it to be you stepping up and doing the thing yourself instead of the universe pushing, because whenever the universe pushes or creates that situation for you, we always get those tower moments and things hit us unexpectedly, right? So it's always best that, yep. So this wanted to come through. This is the Eight of Swords. So that's what I'm talking about you taking that initiative and doing things yourselves. Some of you are in this position here where you're stuck. This is what I was talking about, the stuck and the stagnancy. You know what it is you need to do to move forward. You're just not doing it. This is why I'm saying be careful that the universe just doesn't push you. Okay, so I'll just put this out. This is it. You know what it is that you need to do, right? You know it deep down. What I feel that is really striking for both of these images, notice the heart. These heart chakras in both these images are set alight. You know what it is that would set your heart up. You know what it is. Notice that these people are coming out of the grave. This is the stagnancy that I was talking about earlier. People are rising up. You know what it is that you need to do. And if you... There we go, the High Priestess and the Page of Cups. You know what it is that you need to do with that High Priestess. You have that inner divine knowledge, that realization, that understanding. It's up to you to do it. So that's coming through really strongly for some of you. All right, so let's see what other messages you guys have. What other messages do you guys have? Yep, King of Swords. So King of Swords, this could be air energy, and I mentioned this in my introduction, Gemini, Aqua, Libra, especially with Mercury going retrograde in Gemini, I believe. That's a season that we're in. But this is just talking about decisiveness and taking action and you being in that driver's seat of your own destiny now. You know, and this is what I was saying. We have two camps for this reading. And for some of you, I just went into that other camp that's a bit stagnant. For some of you who are taking the momentum forward, what I'm sensing with this card a lot is that you guys know what you deserve. You guys know what is for you. You have a very clear idea. You have a clear picture. You're not taking on anyone's BS. And you're just going for it right now. You know, whatever anyone thinks about you, if anyone thinks that you're, let's say, I'll give us an example. Let's say people always rely on you to turn up and, you know, let's say on a Saturday, I don't know, let's say if it's a kiddies event and all the parents would always rely on you to, I don't know, always pick up the slack of the other parents and do certain things, whether it's carpooling, whether it's bringing refreshments and so on. And then you decide, you know what, I'm not going to do that anymore because I'm going to take care of something that I need to take care of that will propel me forward. A lot of people would have a lot to say about that, say, oh, why doesn't she do this anymore? Oh, she has a problem with us. And you guys don't care. Because, sorry, that's a bit of a long-winded example. I could have thought of a better example, but you get the drift. You guys don't care anymore because you know where you're going to. You have that discernment now. And you're just being a bit more brutal. Like, it may come across as being brutal, but it's not really that. You're just starting to put yourself first, know what you want to do. You're planning it out. You're being very conscientious and disciplined with how you go about that. You're not suffering fools anymore, and you're standing up for yourself. So basically getting a backbone, and you're being able to be a straight talker and a straight shooter with communicating what it is that you actually want. And that is what I'm saying is has brought in the opportunities for you and will bring in the opportunities for you. Now, this means that certain things and how you guys used to be treated in the past is going to come to an end. So this is exactly the scenario I was painting before. So if so for some of you, I'm being told like jobs may be coming to an end, friendships that you had before may be coming to an end, but it's basically because you're tired of being a doormat for other people. You're tired of being a doormat for other people. You're tired of compromising what it is that you truly want. You are starting to, because you notice that you're going from the 10 to the King of Swords, right? You're tired of being a doormat for other people. You've learned the lesson from a particular cycle. You are ready to move on now, and you're moving on more decisively. You're moving forward in wisdom. this month, okay? So whether this is a new opportunity, whether it's a partnership with someone and you're splitting out and you're deciding to go on your own, whether you're setting up your own business. For some of you, I'm picking up that you're moving house as well. You just want a better living arrangement or moving into a different area. For some of you guys, I'm picking up that you're moving state as well. And for some of you guys, I'm being told that you guys may be asking for a promotion and asking for a leveling up. Here we go. This card wanted to pop through, but it didn't quite jump out. But this is the World card. We have the World and the Hermit. So that's what I'm saying. There are lessons that have been learned, right? You guys have learned lessons. You've taken them on. And these lessons and learning these lessons have now propelled you guys to know what it is you deserve. This is the end of a cycle, beginning of another phase of your life. This is what I said in the introduction. So if you want to find out more about that, I won't repeat it here. Just go to the introduction where I was talking about ends of cycles and being ready for something new. And there's a lot of opportunities and a lot of good stuff coming into the new cycles. And it's going to be coming to you guys because you guys have had the courage to ask for it and you've been working towards it. For some of you, this may be the end of a decade-long cycle, 5 years and 3 years. That is what came up in the meditation. Also, another thing, what's this one? Nine of Wands. So this Nine of Wands has come up near the Adventure card, and this is my stagnancy card for some of you. So this is just a reminder to just reiterate for some of you guys who are stagnant, some of you guys who are afraid of moving on. Some of you guys are viewing these life lessons as a reason to play it small or as a reason to hold back. Some of you are afraid to venture forward because of being stung or being hurt before when you've tried to. And what I'm being told by this is don't quit too soon. You know, don't quit. Get yourself out of this stagnancy and trust that you have learned the lessons that you need to learn, to know that when you do try again, that one more time of trying again is when you are breaking free and breaking out of this stagnant situation to reap the opportunities that are destined to come in for you guys. So what's coming through really strongly is that there are definitely two camps going on here. One camp that have done just that are taking control, feeling the fear, doing it anyway, pushing forward. They've put their head down. They've learned their they've learned the life lessons from this cycle. Their cycle is complete. They've learned their life lessons. They're leaving past people's situations and so on behind that doesn't work for them. And through doing that, new opportunities are coming through. And then, as I said before, we have the other camp that are just being stuck and being indecisive. Here we go. We have another camp that's being stuck, being indecisive, not being sure what to do. And as I said before, if you find yourself in this camp where you're stuck, you're indecisive, you're not sure what to do, know that this month, this month is going to be a potent time to feel the fear, do it anyway, have the courage to step out of that stagnancy and create the reality that you want. Or the universe is going to bring about a situation that forces your hand and forces you to break this stagnant mold that you're in. So that could take the form of, let's say, an unexpected redundancy, a partner leaving you, some sort of situation that's going to, like a change in your work environment is another thing that I'm being told. Health is coming up here for some of you as well, that there may be nothing too serious, but there may be a cause to get something checked out, but it gives you a message enough to take control of your life and situation and not just float or coast through or just not be bothered about things. Okay, right, so pile number one, I hope these messages for May resonated with you. Let me know in the comments down below. Hit the like button and subscribe if you're new to Phoenix Spring Tarot, and check my introduction where I was talking about cycles and what to expect in this period for you. And I'll see you guys in future readings. Okay, bye for now. All right, so pile number two. Welcome to your reading for what to expect for May. What messages do your spirit guides have for you for the month of May? What is coming up for the month of May? Okay, so let's see what we have? We have forgiveness coming through. Forgiveness of other people is what I'm channeling right off the bat for this one. Forgiveness of other people. But more importantly, this level of forgiveness is a deeper level of forgiveness. This goes deep into your core. This goes deep into the fiber of your being. This forgiveness could even be so deep, it's transgenerational, is what I'm being told. It's not only forgiving other people, but forgiving yourself. For some of you, it's also forgiving yourself for sort of not trusting your instincts or not trusting your inner voice and being put and finding yourself in a situation that you shouldn't have found yourself in. Or forgiving yourself for a situation of not seeing a situation clearly or not having enough inner strength to make different choices or not having the wisdom at the time to make different choices. Okay, so that's what's coming through for that one. Limitless. Aww. So see yourself open to receive in the most miraculous ways. The divine can use anything and anyone. I love that message coming through with forgiveness, because many times when we could get down on ourselves a lot, but what I'm channeling is that many times we are all interconnected in one way or another. So many times, let's say you're doing bad or you're doing ill to someone else, or someone else has done bad or ill to you. It's almost as if there is an exchange of energy, and it's up to us how we choose to interpret or how we choose to use, learn, and evolve from that bad that's been done to us or bad that we've done to other people. And with this limitless, what this is being told is that we are limitless, we are boundless in terms of how we choose to learn and evolve from that situation. And I'm going to leave it there, but I think you guys understand my drift in terms of how we are interconnected. Sometimes someone being, let's say I use an example of being in a relationship. Oh my gosh, limitless and possibilities, look at that. Okay, so sometimes we could be in a relationship, for instance, and let's say we have a toxic situation and we're with the toxic boyfriend or girlfriend, and we leave that situation. But that situation, even though they were bad to us, it's made us realize our self-value. It's made us realize our self-worth, and later on down the line, it would make that person realize certain things, because out of what actions that you do, your actions create karma. So that person is creating their own karma that later on down the line would make them have certain realizations. So that is how limitless and boundless we are in our energies, and how we choose in a particular moment in time to deal or handle a situation. It's what creates karma, what creates energy, and what creates endless possibilities and opportunities for us. I'm also being told here that with this forgiveness card, there is a choice, a decision that some of you guys have to make this month, in terms of being shown like a fork in the road, and you have to make a decision as to which fork you are going to choose to go down. That's another message that I'm being told as well. Do I stay? Do I go? Do I stay in this job? Do I leave this job? Do I want to continue and make this relationship official? Do I just want to walk away from it and leave it behind? Do I want to go down the route of further education, or do I not? Some of you guys in this reading could very well be air signs. I'm picking up Gemini very strongly. Some of you guys could have strong planetary placements in your third house at this time, is another thing that I'm picking up as well. Okay, so let's see what the tarot cards have to say about this. What further messages and precise detail can we pick up from the tarot? Yeah, Five of Cups. That's what I'm saying. Five of Cups. That's that emotional disappointment and hurt and mulling things over, This is that rumination energy. So this is talking about either forgiving yourself, forgiving other people. Look at the grey clouds above. And look at how disappointed and despondent this person is. For some of you, if you have been indulging in, let's say, overindulging, by way of numbing these emotions. That's something that I'm being told to reduce or to get a handle on, because that numbing is sort of clouding your judgment at the moment, and it's clouding your ability to really do that deep healing that you need to do. Okay, so this month is a month for that for a lot of you. There's a lot of deep healing, transgenerational healing. I feel that you guys are confronting a lot of things from, let's say, childhood that have been re-triggered and reawakened in this period as well, is what I'm being told. But you guys have that power to break those transgenerational curses, or you guys have the power within you to change your karma depending on the decisions and the route you choose in this situation. Okay, we have the sun. Perfect. I love seeing that. And the sun is, I mean, to get a 5 of Cups and then get the sun is just such a positive thing. And again, what I think is really perfect about the sun, even though you may not see it yet, even though, you may be in a place of pain or hurt or coming out of grief for some of you, and even though you may be coming out of that and on the verge of healing, note that the sun is just on its way and the sun is just coming up. So even though you may not see it yet, there is something better on the horizon, more positive for you on the horizon. It is coming through. I feel that you guys are on the tail end of your healing, or you're on the tail end of this situation, getting ready to be in the best place possible to make this decision regarding the possibilities that are up ahead. What I like about this is that we have the sun that's coming up here, and we have the sun that's sort of peaking up there as well, even though it looks like a sunset. But we have one situation dying and passing, and then another situation and another chance emerging, so it's like a cycle, which I think is really interesting. And I talked about cycles in the introduction as well, and people being in life cycles particularly, and learning life lessons as well, which I think is really applicable to this group here. Okay, let's see what other further messages are coming through for the month of May. What further messages are coming through for the month of May? What do pile number 2 need to be aware of? What do pile number 2 need to know? Yeah, I feel like this is what I was saying. There's a lot of karmic energy and healing and courage, needing to have courage that's happening there, and righting of wrongs. This is something that I talked about very early on, and we have the confirmation here with the Justice. So if there's some of you who felt that you have been done wrong by other people, or other people have done wrong for you, but I'm more seeing from these tarot cards here that it's more you haven't been done wrong by other people, or other people forcing your hand, and then you've done something that you're not happy that you've done. Okay, those are the two situations I'm coming up, that's coming through here. That know that these wrongs are going to be corrected, and you don't need to worry about that. All what I'm being told very strongly is that what you need to do is stand in your integrity and stand in your authenticity and your truth. Don't do anything else beyond that. This Justice is saying that those wrongs are going to be righted, particularly from a legal perspective as well. So some of you, I was picking up on air energy like Gemini earlier. I'm also seeing with this Justice card, I'm seeing Libra energy coming through here in this reading. I'm seeing Leo energy also coming through here as well. We also have the star energy, which is Aquarius. So I talked about a lot of air energy coming through, and I said this in my introduction. You guys have seen me shuffling. So we have a lot of Aquarius, this star energy that's coming through. And this is all about, many times I see the star, especially coupled with Justice. This situation, though it may have been painful, this situation to me has been ordained, and it was put on your path. It was put in your life path. It's like one of your life lessons. that you need to know. It's a realization that in your Akashic records you said that you wanted to have. That is what I'm picking up on really strongly. Now with this Knight of Wands here, be very wary of operating from wanting to retaliate or wanting to come back at someone from what this Knight of Wands is telling me is be careful about being overly passionate to the point where you're chaotic or you're causing more conflict or you're causing more friction. Don't be driven by your ego, in other words, especially the lower base elements of your ego, like anger or animality or hatred or vindictiveness or getting revenge. Be very, and then trying to justify it as something noble. Right? Be very careful of that. I'm getting a warning that's coming through about that, because look at this Knight on the horse and how unsteady he is. He's charging forward, but he's very, very unsteady. And many times when we're operating from the lower vibration of our ego, like from anger, from vindictiveness, from just wanting to get the upper hand, that's where things begin to fall apart. Really trust that the universe has your back, that God has your back at this point, and know that wrongs would be righted. There's a situation coming up in the month of May where wrongs are going to be righted, where people are going to be found out, but really ensure that at this point you are operating from a sense of integrity. Okay? What else? I feel like I need to shuffle some more for this group, so let's do that. For the messages for pile number 2. I feel that this situation could be to do with either someone at work or a senior family member as well, or someone that you hold a lot of respect for. For some of you, you may have felt slighted by this person, or you may have expected more from this person, pile number 2. Like they've acted inappropriately towards you. But it's as if this was a life lesson for you. It's been a karmic lesson. It's someone who you've put on a pedestal in your life that has disappointed you or has created a situation that has caused you to retaliate in a way that you're not happy with, or has caused you a lot of hurt and upset. Okay, that's what I'm coming up. So there are 2 different camps here. Yeah, there we go. That's it. Deceit. There's someone in your energy operating in that way that has caused you, like someone hasn't been as forthcoming, someone that you put on a pedestal hasn't been forthcoming in a situation as they could or should have been. Yeah, Goddess of the Moon. And I feel that this month, it's as if you are going to, because it's interesting seeing the moon here and seeing the star here. It's as if this month you're going to be getting a deeper realization as to what, especially with eclipse season as well, this definitely looks like an eclipse to me. You're going to be getting further insights about this person, why they operate this way. This is what I was talking about, that low vibration energy, that deceit. So it's either someone with this Emperor card who you held on a pedestal, or so it could have been a parent, it could be a family, a senior parent, a senior family member, it could be a partner, it could be someone at work, but it's someone that you hold on a pedestal who has not been forthcoming to you or has operated in a way that's low vibration. And you guys are going to have a realization of that, but a deeper realization as to why this happened, why this carried on. And in this deeper realization is going to come the healing and you guys deciding how you want to move forward in this situation. Okay? So it's not over yet, basically, is what this is saying here. It's not over yet. Pile number 2. So the messages for pile number 2. I feel like there are 2 camps here. I feel like there's one more message that wants to pop through. What is it? Do I stay or do I go? Yeah, that's what. Notice we have under the deck, we have the 2 of Swords Here we have the 2 as well. And I just said before turning this over, do I stay, do I go? There's a choice to wrap up this reading here. Even though you have the forgiveness, the healing, the realization, the coming to terms with things, rights being wronged and so on. There's a choice or a decision that you need to make here. There's a choice or decision. Someone is wanted with the King of Cups reverse. Someone is either going to come in asking for forgiveness or giving you guys an offer. By this being reversed, I feel that it may be rejected, or it may be viewed as not enough, or you just can't trust the person. But there's a decision that you guys need to make, or there's a possibility or a resolution in this situation that you guys just aren't seeing at the moment, or you don't want to face. Right? So this is something that is going to come up for you this month. But in terms of which direction you go in, you guys are on different paths, you guys are in different timelines. So it could be that there's a decision to be made, do I stay, do I go? Or it could be that this month the decision is put, the possibility is presented, and then in subsequent weeks you make the decision. Okay, pile number 2. All right, that is it from me. I really hope this resonated with you, and I will see you guys in future readings. Okay, bye for now. And last but not least, pile number 3. Okay, so what could you guys expect for the month of May? What messages your spirit guides have for you for the month of May? Oh yeah, I remember you guys, because you guys had, yeah, there we go. We have the multiple cards that had, these were just jumpers, pile number 3. All the other decks had one of each of these, which I chose as the base energy while I was shuffling, and then I shuffled on deck, but you guys had jumpers everywhere. So let's see what these are about. So we have communicate clearly to start off with this month, which I think is quite apt because Mercury is in retrograde right now, particularly in Gemini, and Gemini could be a sign of saying one thing and another, you know, Gemini 2 faces. So, you know, then we have yes. So yeah, an offer, an opportunity that's coming through, or that someone else may say yes. And oh my gosh, you know, I was talking about the Gemini, I was talking about that duality energy. Look, we have the duality energy going on here as well. Okay. Oh, and we have loss that's come through. I've never seen this card before. Sometimes you learn true offering through loss. You make a passionate invitation for love to take over and bring her own plan instead of the ego's. Okay. Oh my gosh. This looks like a really tough situation. And we have awakening. Oh my Lord. Wake me from life as a spiritual sheep. May I hear you through my own instincts and common sense. Wow. And very lastly, clinging to the past. God, need we say more about that? Okay. What I'm picking up loud and clear, especially with the clinging to the past and the loss, some of you guys are going through your spiritual, it's almost like a spiritual awakening. When someone goes through, if some of you guys don't know what a spiritual awakening is, I suggest you look it up. It's because I wouldn't be going into it in detail here, but please do research it. But what I'm picking up is trauma and a lot of loss, and reconciling that is something that I feel that you guys are going through at the moment. And it's almost as if you know, like when Jesus went out in the desert for 40 days or 40 nights, or whenever we see these action films, the main lead character is always goes through a period where they're vilified, and then they have to train to come back stronger, to right the wrongs that have been done to them. Okay, I feel that you guys are at the point where, in that space where you've been cast out, where you feel vilified, where you feel hard done by, and I'm not just saying that lightly, you guys have been. I'm picking up a lot of trauma with this. Now the thing is, it's the way that you guys heal from that trauma. It's the way you guys heal from the low vibrations that you receive from other people. I'm picking up that a lot of you guys are quite sensitive, most likely empathic as well. I'm picking up star seeds for some of you all also. Talking of which, I'm going to shuffle from this deck as well. I'm picking up that some of you guys are star seeds as well. And some of you guys have gone through this period of searing, cut to the white meat loss, that it sort of changed emotionally the fabric of your DNA and soul. It's that visceral, really dark night of the soul transition you guys are going through. Now, this experience has triggered an awakening in you, but you guys haven't finished the whole, you guys have not completed the awakening cycle. Your energy is still stuck at a particular place. So if we look at the awakening cycle on a scale of 1 to 10, some of you guys are stuck at 0.8. You know where it is that you need to go. You've had the awakening, you've had the realizations, you're able to see both the dark and the enlightened elements of it. You're being able to hold both in your hands. You could see both sides, you could see all perspectives of the situation, but there's still a certain element of stuckness that's still there. So let's look into the reason for this. And what does that mean for the month of May for you guys, or whenever you're viewing this? Okay. What does this mean for pile number 3? What does this mean for pile number 3? I'm being told, when I'm looking at communication and I'm looking at the pentacles, can I get one more card confirming what this means? 2 Knights. Yeah, this is that stuckness that I'm talking about. It's either you guys have, yeah, perfect. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, guys. Do you see that? Do you see what I'm saying about this stuck energy here? You guys have the Devil. It's like, in terms of your thoughts and your actions, you guys are sort of chained, and this is clinging to the past and sort of reliving a cycle again and again and again and again. It's like, how do we break the cycle? And this is that anxiety card also as well. This is it. I was looking at the communication and the King of Pentacles, and I wanted a confirmation. Hence I got these additional cards. I feel that some of you guys have been doing a lot of spiritual healing, and you've been doing a lot of spiritual work and a lot of spiritual stuff. And I don't say stuff lightly. A lot of you guys are starseeds, you're empaths, you're highly intuitive, highly sensitive, and I'm definitely picking that up. And you guys have come to that place out of grief, out of loss, out of trauma, out of being vilified, out of being cast out. Whether it's divorce, redundancy, cut out of a friendship group, you name it. People have just gone their separate ways. I'm just seeing a lot of isolation, okay? And it doesn't necessarily mean physical isolation. It could be spiritual isolation, emotional isolation. You could be emotionally isolated and have a lot of people around you, okay? So that's what I'm picking up. And sometimes the way you guys still don't know how, when you all are triggered, you guys don't know how to deal with the triggerization. So sometimes you guys deal when you all are triggered by this trauma because you're clinging to the past. You handle it in a way that's very aggressive or in a way that puts people off. But what is coming through here is that in this month, you guys are going to have an opportunity. Either you guys may decide to meet with someone, like a psychotherapist, a psychologist, or seek help or seek a forum in which you could really communicate and voice how you feel clearly. This is not just communicating to someone outside of you in order to seek mental health, stability, and so on. It's not just that. but it's also communicating clearly with yourself and being honest with yourself is what I'm also picking up here, or being honest with the other person who is in this situation with you. There is going to be an opportunity that someone presents to you that you feel trusting enough of this person, or this person creates a situation for you that enables you to have this clarity of communication, where you could really lift the burden, lift the mental burden and anxiety that you guys have been going through, so you can more fully see the situation for what it is, why you went through it, make peace with it, so that you guys with the world could really move on and leave this cycle behind. If you guys look at my introduction, this is what I was saying. Like, I sensed heavily for the people tuning into this reading. And there's more than one pile that's relevant for this group, by the way. It's up to you guys. For some of you, I'm seeing pile number 2. But there's more than one pile that's relevant for you guys. So please check pile number 2, because that's just come to mind. But to say, what I feel is that this is time, it's time this month that you have the courage to sort of not cling to the past and leave the past where it is. The past shouldn't have as much bearing on your present, and it doesn't have any bearing on where you're going. I feel that with the Knight of Swords that you guys have tried to break with that past, and you've tried to do it as part of your awakening from spiritual enlightenment and so on, but I feel that there is further to go, further that you guys could still go when it comes to your enlightenment. And I feel that you guys have been searching for it, and there is with this Knight of Pentacles, and there is going to be a breakthrough with it this month. There is a realization that you guys are going to have. There's big momentous healing that this eclipse situation is going to bring for you, that's going to allow you to realize, okay, a huge perspective, a huge shift is going to be happening for you at this moment, that's going to allow you to leave that devil chained energy and be free. You know, and when I see this naked person going through this world, I mean really free in that you leave that past behind, you break these chains, and you there's a sense of pride, there's a sense of relief, there's a sense of self-acceptance that I'm seeing and I'm getting here as you all step and own your situation, you own your trauma, you own. It's like you realize what your life purpose is and what it is that you've come here to do. It's like you could really unburden and release how you've been feeling when you communicate it with someone. Yeah, calling in your tribe and your soul family. That's what I'm saying. It's a matter of communicating. You don't have to do it alone. That's where that communicating clearly is coming through. I feel that so much, and there's going to be the opportunity for you guys to do that. Breaking the chain. Didn't I say this was either pile number 1 or it was pile number 2? I talked about a situation being transgenerational, and we talked about breaking these chains here and being free. Again, this is what we have: ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting your future. And this is what we were saying about when you're clinging to the past. The past does not have to be the future. You have the potential and you have the power as star seeds, as highly evolved spiritual beings. Oh my gosh, things are changing on a cellular level. Deep healing. What did I say at the beginning of this? I knew I had to shuffle more for you guys. This is what I was saying about you guys being star seeds. This situation, whatever it is, it's as if emotionally it changed you guys on a cellular level. It changed your outlook on life. It changed entirely who you were. But if we had to scale it from 1 to 10, 10 being that world energy and re-emerging and contributing to the world as the new you, you guys are a bit stuck at an 8. right? There is, and you guys, because there are some elements of the trauma or the past that you went through that you're still clinging to, and you guys still act in a way, you guys still act out of a triggered perspective. But this month, through communicating and releasing that, whether it's with a psychotherapist, a therapist, whether it's with a friend, whether it's just communicating to source, communicating through meditations, communicating through manifestations, whatever it is, there's a situation or a person that's coming in that's going to allow you to transition and break these ancestral chains. There's a soul family opportunity, there's an opportunity that's coming in that allows you guys to engage with a soul family. And we have this with the Four of Wands here, which is a family here again. This is a stability card. This is a celebration card. This is putting yourself on firm footing. We do have that where you're going to be able to be seen and respected for who you are. And it's interesting, at the beginning I said a lot of you are empaths, highly spiritual, star seeds. And the whole idea about star seeds is that you guys come here with a particular life purpose. You guys are here to elevate the collective, right? And here we have the Age of Light. You guys have been training for this for a lifetime. So this isn't you. You guys have been here before. You guys are, if you believe in star seeds. So star seeds, spiritual awakening, dark night of the soul. These are concepts that I'm not going to go into detail here. But to know you guys are those people. There's ancestral patterns that are breaking. There's deep cellular changes that are happening. There are people, fellow starseeds, or people who are on your level. There's an opportunity that's going to be created that will allow these people to come in and further elevate you so you could really start your new cycle. This is a really powerful month for you guys. What else do I have to say? What star signs am I seeing with this? I'm seeing Capricorn energy definitely coming through here. I'm seeing a lot of earth signs, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. I'm seeing also seeing air energy, so Gemini, Aqua, Libra. Air has been really strong in pile number 2 as well. I'm also seeing Capricorn, Aquarius, and I'm seeing a hint, it could be moon sign, rising sign for some of you, Aries, Leo and Sag. Okay, so those are the signs that I'm seeing for this reading. Okay, pile number 3, this was really, really powerful. As I say, the best for last. Another thing, pile number 3, there's one other pile that is going to resonate with you guys. It's almost like a continuation of this pile, and I believe that's pile number 2, or it could be pile number 1. You know, take it as it resonates. If you feel drawn to another pile, then this is confirmation that your instincts were right to view another pile. Okay, pile number 3, so that's it for me from now. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. It's good to be back. Watch the introduction if you haven't done. It will help put this reading into context. And I will see you guys in future readings. Okay, bye for now.